What's up, everybody? It's Bryce here with Ghost Picks, coming at you Thursday, October the 24th, with a quick Wild Wednesday recap, as well as a free play recap from yesterday, and then a quick promo and a free play for you guys for today. Yesterday, I got on and gave a free play in the NBA. Utah Jazz to come out and make a statement game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, laying 9, and it looked really, really good early. I'm not going to lie, it looked really good. I was impressed with the Jazz and how they came out to play early in the first quarter. And after that, they were out hustled and outworked for the rest of the basketball game. Mike Conley struggled big time in his Jazz debut, going 1 for 17 from the floor. The Jazz were out rebounded. The Thunder had more second chance points. It was just awful. Thunder come out and play, I'll give you that. But for them to out rebound and to have more second chance points than the Utah Jazz at home, that was a little upsetting for me personally, especially considering the fact that they won the game by 5 and we only needed 9. We needed 2 more baskets. I guess they were just out hustled in the second, third, and fourth quarter, and Conley having an just all-time awful performance from the floor, and those two things right there did us in. So, not making excuses, it's a loss. First free play loser that I've put out since last Tuesday. So we'll bounce back today with another free play winner for you guys. Not to worry. On the premium side of things, we gave out 2 plays, 1 baseball play and 1 basketball play in the NBA. We gave a 4-unit play on the first 5 under 3.5 runs in the Houston Astros Washington Nationals game, and that game went over in the first inning. We had several reasons to take that under. Bounce back spot for Verlander. The home plate umpire has great. It was a great matchup for both Strasburg and Verlander, especially Verlander, who previously before last night was 4-0 in his career with that guy took the was behind the plate and had a 1.88 ERA in his career with a .8 WHIP. So the Verlander just really pitches well with that guy behind the plate. Strasburg has been pitching fairly well on the road, and and they both did. They both pitched well in the first 5-6 innings, however long they pitched, and they just gave up the 4 runs in the first inning. Just one of those things where it just happened. I'm not going to sit here and play coulda, woulda, shoulda. I wonder what would happen if Verlander didn't walk the leadoff guy on 4 pitches. Would he have given up any runs at all? What if we can't do that? It was a loser, lost by the hook. But I will say, Verlander walked the leadoff guy on 4 pitches. Only the 3rd time in his career he's ever done that, and the last time he did that was 2008. So, a rarity for Verlander to start off the game with a leadoff walk on 4 pitches, then a single, and then a double, and kind of did us in right there. But I thought Strasburg and Verlander both pitched really well last night. It just we didn't cash that under. So that was a loser, 4-unit loser for you guys. And then followed it up with a 5-unit loser in the NBA. The Sacramento Kings catching it was a 1.5. They weren't catching. They were laying. Excuse me. I'm sorry. They were laying 1.5 at some books. You could have got it at 1 at a couple others. But I was fine laying a point and a half either way. Jack and I were both fine with that. The Kings have made a lot of good offseason moves. They're a young team. They're healthy and they're hungry. And going on the road to play a Suns team that's really kind of, where are they going to get their scoring from outside of Booker? Is Ayton going to bounce back? There's a lot of unknowns with that team. And basically, a pick 'em game. So we took Kings. And that was a loser. They were up 5 at halftime. And what happened in the second half, I will never know. I stepped away from the TV, came back in my office and started working on some stuff for today. Before I knew it, time got the best of me, and that game was pretty much over. I flip it back over. I go back in there and I flip it back over, and I was like, what happened? I have no idea what happened. I guess they just couldn't hit anything in the second half, or the Suns just adjusted great at halftime. Maybe they just wanted it more. Either way, it was a loser. They were up 5 at halftime and lost the game by 29. I have no words. How do you How do you do that? I don't know, but they sure enough did it. So that was a loser for you guys. So we lost. We went 0-2 yesterday on Jack's card on Wild Wednesday. He lost 9 units plus the juice. So we'll get that back for you today. We'll bounce back today. No worries there. Give you another free play winner here in just a second. Everybody that was on the card yesterday is going to get today's card for free. I don't even like saying it for free. You know, it's owed to you. You know, we owe you guys those units. So we're going to push out that card for you today. Get it out to you. And bounce back today. We've got 3 sports going today. We got college football, NFL, and the NBA. Free play for today. We're going to go over the NFL. And, oh, by the way, before I get into the free play, Jimmy has a red alert in the NFL today. I don't know what it is. He hasn't sent it out yet, but I do know he has a red alert play. So make sure everybody hops over to his page, gives his video a watch today, and see what he says. I'm sure he has a good write-up with it, and it's going to cash easily. He's pretty solid on his red alerts. But for the free play that we're going to take today, we're going to take the Minnesota Vikings laying the points tonight against the Washington Redskins. I typically do not lay double-digit points in the NFL. I just don't do it. I don't make it a habit of doing it. I don't care really who's playing. And I've even faded the Patriots a couple times this year, laying double-digit points. Obviously, that cost me. However, I just don't like doing it. I mean, it's just something I just don't like doing. You can backdoor cover. You lay double-digit points, and the other team scores, 2 times. You're in trouble. But tonight, we're going to lay the points with the Vikings anyways. I feel like I have a very good read on this Minnesota Vikings team. Through the 7 weeks of the season, I'm 6-1 in games that the Minnesota Vikings play against the spread. With the only loss coming last week at Detroit, and I had Detroit in that game, and I really thought Detroit had a chance to win that football game. They just were bit with injuries and everything, but Cousins has been hot. So now we're gonna hop on over to this game. We got the Minnesota Vikings at home against the Redskins. One of the worst teams in the NFL. They just they can't get it going on at all. They just so much going on in that team, in that locker room, and they just really can't put it together, honestly. The Vikings are going to come out and do their thing. The Vikings at home is one of the best teams in the NFL. I actually preseason, I think week two or week 3, I took the Vikings to win the Super Bowl at some pretty good odds, along with the Colts and a couple other teams. My only concern with the Vikings is when they play on the road. But at home in that dome, it's a different animal, and they should absolutely come out and dominate this football game. You got the Skins coming in on a short week, playing in a very tough environment. Cousins against that secondary with Diggs and the rest of the guys shouldn't really have any problem moving the ball up and down the field. Dalvin Cook shouldn't have a problem getting going tonight, and that defense should get after whatever Skins quarterback plays, whether it be Keenum or Haskins or McCoy. Who knows? They might all 3 play. Who knows? But Keenum's going to be starting. And I just really think that I really expect the Vikings to come out and just lay it to them. The only thing is, the only reason this didn't make a higher play for me is historically, off a win, the Minnesota Vikings aren't as great against the spread. That's the only thing that's making me not push this out as a premium play. So it just missed the premium play. That's why it's a free play for you guys. And we'll take the Minnesota Vikings minus the 16 points against the Washington Redskins. And I don't see any reason why they're not just going to go out there and absolutely just lay the wood to these guys. They're the much better football team. Get it over early, and we'll capitalize on this. Another free play winner for you guys. Hopefully, I go on another 7 or 8 day winning streak for free plays for you guys. And like I said, Jimmy has a red alert in the NFL tonight. Hop on over to Ghost Picks, get that play. I'm sure it has a nice write-up with it, and it's going to cash easily, as most of his red alerts tend to do. Like I said, I apologize for dropping the plays yesterday, but we'll bounce back today in a big way. I worked all night trying to correct some things, and with the NBA or any sport, especially the NBA, with it just starting, it's a good idea to keep it small to start. You really don't know what these rotations are going to do, and how teams are going to play out the gate. Having said that, there is a play tonight that I really do like, so we'll have at least one NBA. We'll have one NBA game on the card, and then maybe a college football side or total. We'll see. But as always, good luck, God bless, and grind on.